got this guy who commented publicly that, hey, I am a Singaporean paying customer. You better deliver on time. I'm from Singapore, remember that?
What? So entitled.
He cancelled the order a week before the delivery.
launch. Hey guys, we are back with another episode. I'm Adrian.
And I'm Amirul. Glad to have you guys here again, joining us on our never-ending pursuits to discover, uncover, and gather individuals from various different trades and professions and give you an advantageous insight into the career world.
Yes, and a big shout out to Scape for supporting our shows.
Awesome. Bro, I got a question for you.
Yeah, what question?
How do you usually enjoy your music on Spotify?
I listen to songs when I'm commuting on the bus, on MRT with my earbuds. No?
With your earbuds?
Yeah.
I also use earbuds. I use the Samsung.
Yeah, nowadays, who still use the wired earpiece?
Hey, actually, wired earpiece is pretty good, you know.
Yeah, I know it's pretty good. I know some people still uses it.
I have the adapter, the 3.5 or something like that, right? And then I use open back headsets to enjoy.
Nowadays, a lot of phones cannot support that already.
Yeah. Because some phones decided to have Type-C.
Yeah.
Gone were the days where we had like proper 3.5mm jack. Yeah. Alright, so we actually have an expert here in terms of audio stuff, like would you say?
Ooh.
Expert, maybe enthusiast, audio enthusiast.
Yes.
So let's welcome Jeremy.
Hi everyone, I'm Jeremy. Nice to meet you.
Hey Jeremy, how are you?
Handsome Shwai, come here.
No, losing hair already.
That usually comes with having a startup of your own, that's stress, right? Maybe Jeremy, you can share a little bit about what you do and what is your company all about.
Right. So once again, I'm Jeremy. So I'm co-founder and CEO of a local startup. It's called Zerest Audio. So we are an audio company, like the name says, and right now we specialize in true wireless earbuds.
True wireless
earbuds.
So what is the difference between wireless and true wireless?
Okay, I would say that right now majority of the wireless earphones are true wireless. So in the past you had those wireless earphones that still had a wire. Do you remember those?
Wireless earphones.
There's one piece that's connected to the other piece by one cable, and you have to put it around your neck. Really ugly, really annoying, tickles your neck.
Okay.
I think I got one from the sports one.
Oh yeah, it's always people ready to run, right, to exercise. Oh my god, I forgot about that already.
You know the problem I had with that, right, was that after a while you use, right, because of your sweat, right?
Oh my god.
Then it causes like rust on the...
Yes.
Then you irritate your skin.
And if you have those earphones with the cables made of cloth, it's going to be smelly.
Yes.
If you're wearing the one with the plastic neckband, you look like a grandma with the thing around the band. The wire around the glasses.
Some more Singapore so hot. Wow.
Yeah.
Actually, what got you started to do Zerest Audio? To produce your own earbud under Zerest Audio?
I think it was the moment that sparked this was just pure long story short, I was hospitalized in the hospital and I met my co-founder there. And
in a hospital?
Yes, correct.
So she's like literally beside you?
She was in the same ward, opposite room.
Bro, beside what are the chances?
No, if you really like that, I think my chances of hitting the 4D first prize higher.
Okay, so you guys met in the same hospital?
Yes, correct. Yeah.
How was that after that?
Well, we became friends. We realized that basically for her, she had the experience of building earphones.
Wow.
Yes. She was already in the market with the... As in, she knows the manufacturers, some of them. She knows how to talk to them, how to source parts. And as for myself, I was on the retail floor in the audio industry. So working for other companies. Yes, so a list of brands that I've handled before is like Klipsch, Sonos, Fender.
Wow.
I was even part of Google for about half a year.
Wow.
Yeah. That was when I was building up Zerest Audio, by the way.
Okay, it's always like this.
Afterwards, I left Google afterwards and I focused on Zerest Audio full time.
So both of you did some sort of like in the same field in the same audio field.
As luck would have it.
Yeah, really luck.
Hey, some people are still struggling to find like the right partner for their businesses. It's not easy.
Yeah, one thing finding partner is really very hard. You have to find the right person to work with, to enjoy working with, and you think that both of you can contribute equally, or like cover up for some of your weaknesses. Then
I think the most challenging part about having a business partner, right, is the conflict portion. How you all handle conflict.
Yeah.
Did you guys have a lot of conflict?
I think I can hear already.
Yes, very often. Very often. Yes, correct.
Then how do you manage that?
I try to be objective.
I mean, one person has to be like.
But you have to know that different people, right? They have different ways of handling conflicts.
Yes.
Some are more. Some appreciate more empathy and more of the human touch, while some people appreciate more objectivity, problem solving. And I mean, I think I'm in the second group. I solved the problem first before I solved the human side.
Okay.
And I think for my business partner, she is more of the human side first before the problem. And I think that's where a lot of those conflicts can arise, which needs to be managed.
But it still presents some balance, because you have somebody who is like more in touch on the human side. So it'd be great if you have a team that you're working with. But for yourself, at least you have the more objective portion going on to push the business forward.
Correct.
So you guys came together, you guys met up in a hospital and you created this amazing device, this true wireless earbud.
True earbud.
Yeah, and you released this earbud when?
This year.
Oh,
We're still in 2023, right?
Yes.
I've lost track of time.
I mean, those who are watching is already in 2024.
Yeah.
So it's already available to buy on the market.
Yes, correct. It's available on Shopee. Our e-commerce store is launching either today or tomorrow. It's in a physical store right now as well. It's in the Delphi, Jabin. Jabin audiophile store. Yeah.
Actually, if you guys are true audiophiles, right, you would know that Delphi is the place to go to for your audio stuff. Yeah, I'm not an audiophile myself, but someone taught me this. So I never been to this. Okay, this Delphi Mall, right? It looks super old. It's super old, right? So when you go in, there's some standard. You have your bars and your makan at the basement. But the moment you go up, all the equipment they're selling is over 1,000 plus.
1,000 plus is an understatement. Have you seen speakers that are about $30,000?
$30,000
out on display.
Oh no!
$30,000.
There's even 150,000. What's the brand again? I think it was Bowers and Wilkins. 150,000.
Wow, is that your home theater speaker or?
Something like that. But it's not for the average home, definitely.
This one is rich people more.
Correct. The average home cannot afford. Yeah.
Before Zerest Audio, I believe you're using Zerest Audio product now. Before that, what earbud were you using?
Honestly, before that, a lot of true wireless earbuds had failed on me. Either in expectation or they just fell apart. I brought my pair of earphones with some of my friends, my partners, to an audio store where they have so many earphones out there, so many headphones. We've compared from the bottom tier to the $500 earbuds, and none of them could beat ours in terms of sound quality.
Oh, confidence.
Did you get audiophiles like yourself to test this product also?
Yes.
How many?
I think actual audiophiles itself, there is a reviewer from one of the communities. So he heard of Zerest Audio and he came down to our experience center in office to try it out, and he was shocked. He was so shocked at the sound quality.
That's how good it is.
Correct.
That's how good it is, man.
So I mean, you have the floor to test your product and they all say pretty good things. I'm sure it's a marvelous headset.
Correct.
Earbud.
Actually, how do you tell the difference between a good quality and a okay quality?
This one is getting a bit more technical.
So should I answer that?
Can, but in layman terms.
Yeah, layman terms.
I'm not very smart.
In layman terms, right? It's very subjective, but for myself, I want the right balance of bass to be thumpy enough, but I don't want it to be so heavy. I don't want to listen to Hotel California and feel like I'm in a nightclub. So a lot of earbuds out there mix all these classical rock songs, etc. It makes you feel like you're in Zouk or something. So I just want the right amount of bass, and at the same time, the vocals has to be clear, crystal clear. The details, all the small instrumentals. If you have any orchestra in the background, you want to hear it from the left to the right to the back.
Wow.
So that's called the sound stage. So you want a feel of the sound stage. It's like a 3D view. Like surround sound. You want the detail retrieval, the right amount of bass, and vocals. So all this has to come together.
This is truly audiophile.
I think our listeners out there who are really audiophiles, they really take these things seriously. They can relate to what
the only thing I know is if I can hear left and right, it means stereo.
The only thing I know is the bass.
Actually, quick question. When you're creating this product, I'm very sure that coming up with such a product that is, I mean, as you said, better than wasn't easy. What were the challenges that you faced or your team faced, right, when creating this product?
I think the most challenging thing was definitely trying to hammer down on some of the quality control issues when building the prototype. Because obviously, the one single point of failure that any tech company can get, or any hardware tech company can get, is quality control issues. You don't want that. Yes. I would rather a customer say that, look, this pair of earbuds, they don't sound as good as something else, but it works perfectly well. Then another person coming in and say, look, wow, these earbuds, they sound amazing, but they failed on me after 3 days. Yeah, you see that perspective. So quality control is really tough to crack down on, especially when your company, or not your company, when your manufacturers in China and everything. So it's hard to communicate when you're in Singapore as well. And I think, thank goodness, I can speak Chinese pretty well. So
that's nice. That's nice. Not a lot of people can speak Chinese pretty well nowadays.
You're talking about like our generation in general.
Yeah.
I think it's very important to know. Okay, that's a good thing about Singapore having dual languages.
yes,
Bilingualism.
it's so important.
Yeah.
So important.
If my bahasa was so much better, we could have probably break into Malaysian market as well.
I mean, I can speak Bahasa as well.
Oh, really?
Tapi sedikit saja lah.
Saya tak faham Melayu.
Hey, but you can speak, right?
A bit only.
Awak dah makan? Sudah.
You know that time, okay, when I was in the army, then I went to canteen to buy the Muslim food.
Yeah.
The auntie spoke to me in Malay.
Oh,
So she gave me like free ingredients. Then I said, hey, auntie, I never ordered. Then she speak to me in Malay. I say, auntie, saya tak faham Melayu. She say, oh, you look like my nephew. A lot of people mistaken me for Malay, no?
I think because now we have like more and more interracial marriages, that's why.
Wow, really, should be lah.
我的生活一点点 Try and flex a bit. Okay. Talking about your product itself, right? How do you prioritize user experience when you talk about the design of your product, right? There's like seamless enjoyment for the everyday listener lah.
I think for the everyday listener, right, they value a lot of things such as convenience. I think for them, in fact, convenience triumphs over sound quality. Yes, even though we specialize in sound quality, we don't want to give them a lot of problems. So one thing that we really took note of is the pairing process, from the earbuds to the phone.
Yeah.
And the comfort of the earbuds, because when you put them on, you don't want to feel the weight, you don't want to feel pain in your ears.
Really pain the ears, really.
So for example, for comfort, right, we made sure that the earbuds were as light as possible. Only 2.4 grams.
Oh,
so that's the weight of a Mentos. I actually went to calculate.
Okay, so if you want to try, you put Mentos in your ear.
That's really light.
So I mean, to put things in perspective, right? Okay, I'm not gonna name any more brands because that's not my intention here. But the average $300 or $379 earphones
That's pretty obvious already.
weighs 5.5 grams. Another pair of earphones that cost I think around 479? Japanese brand. They weigh about 7.9 grams.
Oh, that's pretty heavy.
That's really heavy.
But some might say, it's kind of heavy, but because of the shape, right, it's like, distributing so you don't really feel it.
The shape isn't really that good.
That is a very bold statement.
Man, you gotta check out Zerest Audio's product,
it either falls out or it hurts your ears. You try putting them on a plane trip.
So what's the product's name? Zerest Audio's?
We called it the Kagami. So
Kagami.
It's a throwback to the first product that my co-founder had released with Zerest Audio when it was just a hobby. So it was a wired in-ear monitor. It was called the Kagami as well.
So it started out with your monitoring earbud, which you created also.
Well, but it was in a really, really small batches.
This is like prototype lah.
We did release it, but because when she brought it in, it was about 1,000 pieces. But there were a lot of QC issues. So we had to deassemble like everything. Disassemble. And to really balance everything out, the sound, left and right, balance sound channel. The matte coating was like falling out, getting sticky. We had to remove the matte coating by our hand with a guitar pick and some oil and all that, and then to wash the shelves. We spent about 3 months doing that every single day. And we only released about less than 200 pieces because everything else thrown away.
Wow.
This is how you know whether the earbud will be good or not. Because you see the people behind it.
Do we have like the actual product here today?
Yes, we do.
Oh, shit!
Let's
I want to
see it.
see.
Well, so for me,
Kagami.
I put it with my keys because we have a leather carrier case.
Oh, that's
Wow.
very fashionable.
So you can either hang it on your bag, or if you're like me, you like it, put it with your keys. Very handy. Yes,
It's very light.
it is very light.
Let's see this earbuds.
Wow, looks very premium.
So this color is the midnight.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, so we spent some time to decide on the color, like the exact shade of blue, because we wanted something slick, but we didn't want something boring. Yeah. So this color really reminds me of those, fancy sports cars and everything.
Yeah, it does. It's like luxury
very
color.
But at the same time, when it's very far away, it just looks black. It just hides away. Yeah. The slick, sexy blue can only be seen like when it's right in front of you.
Right.
Which is the point. Yeah,
That's why midnight blue lah.
correct. If
Ah.
I take it out right now, you can hold one side. It's so light.
Yeah, it's very light. It's very light.
I can't even feel it.
Correct.
Yeah, and it's shaped differently from what I see from the.
Yeah, this is
yeah.
this is what I wanted to say. This earbud is very uniquely shaped.
Yes, it is.
Like what was the inspiration for this design?
So when we talk about comfort and when we talk about the fit, so one issue that a lot of people face with a lot of true wireless earbuds is that when they go out running, etc., when they turn around, turn their heads, a lot of these earbuds they come loose.
Yes,
It feels like they're
yes. Oh my
falling
god.
off.
Yes.
Yeah.
So this shape right here, you see, it's a little curved. So it's meant to fit into your ear really nicely. So you have this top part of the ear that feels like you can put something on. So that's called the upper triangular fossa. So
Wow.
we designed this to fit onto that part of the
Now I see.
So you need to know a bit of biology also lah.
Yeah. So and we also didn't want to rely on just the silicone tips for the seal,
Yeah.
for the isolation. So this shell itself comes into factor as well when it comes to sitting on the sound. We use the entire shell for the fitting, for the seal.
Oh. And it fits all ear shapes.
I would say 90%.
There's a lot.
Or
There's a lot.
95%. Correct, because unfortunately there is no way you can get a pair of earphones to fit everyone.
True,
It's custom lah.
true.
Because if you are somebody with extraordinarily small ears, like not even AirPods can fit,
Yeah.
then
then you don't buy.
yeah, correct. I rather you come to me and I can recommend you something else.
Nice. This.
And I mean, if you like the earbuds, but unfortunately you can't buy because of the fitting, right? Introduce your friends if you like it. But I will recommend you something else so you can get something good for you.
Okay.
So what's good for you is what matters.
The principle is right.
This one.
Yeah.
How much is this? If you don't mind me asking.
Well, we launched it on Kickstarter for an
Kagami.
early bird price of $99.
Oh, cheap man.
But
earbuds.
the retail price is $149.
149.
It's still cheap.
Yes.
Still reasonable. As compared to
449
other
for-
brands.
Compared to yes, because I would say that our main selling feature is really the sound quality. Because okay, look at this earbud. It's not that big, right?
Yeah.
But there are actually two speakers on each side.
What?
There are two. There's a speaker for bass. It's called the dynamic driver.
Oh, okay.
And then there's another speaker called the balance armature. It's a lot smaller. It's rectangular shape. It focuses on the clarity. It gives you the details. So think of it as like a monitor speaker with a big round fella at the bottom. That's for the bass, and a top tweeter for the highs. Something like that.
Oh, it's all inside this casing
All
lah.
inside.
This shell.
Correct.
You want to test?
Okay.
What do you say?
I feel like I'm in the recording studio. Of the music. Really, no joke. Like I'm surrounded by music.
Yeah.
That's the kind of feel I get. Because you know how some earbuds, right, they are very airy. Then the voice is very thin. But this is just nice.
You know what? Maybe we should start doing tech reviews.
Yeah, this is maybe we can.
Make Aiden test all the tech stuff.
Sounds great, right?
Yeah, I love it. I love it.
This is a genuine reaction here for you guys. This is your first time using the Kagami, right?
Yes, this is my first time.
I would assume so because if he had tested it before, I would have seen it for myself.
Oh,
Hey, this is good, really. Yeah, because I'm looking to change my earbuds. Might go and buy.
I might upgrade from my
Yeah.
Samsung earbuds to this.
Can I order it online?
I mean, since I know you guys, why not just order through me?
True.
We go to your office.
Yeah,
True,
just
true,
knock on the
true,
door,
true.
but
I
don't
love it.
bring paint, don't bring paint. Bring cash, don't bring paint.
Okay. Love it.
So, customer feedback is very invaluable. We have just, we first time user lah, right? And you've already seen our reaction to it. Have you had like a first set of customers that have tried it, right, and give you feedback? And what was the feedback like?
Thankfully, we've had majority 90 plus 95% positive feedback. Yes, a lot of customers. I would say that the customers that came into my office and tried them with me, almost all of them wanted to order on the spot because it was that good.
Now you know why just now I a bit like, wow, it's so good. It's really damn good. It's really damn
The
good.
sound quality,
You
I would
also
say,
start selling already.
Yeah,
You
it's
wanna
not-
hire him, or not?
It's not exaggeration, no, bro. It's really damn good. Like you can indulge in the music itself.
Okay.
Yeah, that's the kind of
that's
feel it
the
gives me.
experience.
I haven't tried it yet, so maybe
okay,
after
okay.
this.
Yeah, maybe
why
after
not,
this you
right?
can try.
Why not?
Yeah.
Why not? Yeah.
And how long can it last with one charge?
8 hours
Wow, that's very long, eh.
and 32 hours in the case.
Oh,
Yeah, roughly about 300 hours standby time.
Wait. Okay, so for a very long battery life, how do you keep the weight so, like?
It all matters with the chip as well.
the
So
parts inside.
depending on the chip that you're using, it might use more battery, it might basically use more power, it might use less power. And I think what's difficult to balance with, right, is the fact that we are using 2 speakers on each side.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
Okay.
So we had to find like the perfect drivers that don't bleed your battery. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool,
I'm
cool.
not an audiophile myself, but I'm just trying to put 2 and 2 together. You have long battery life and you have speakers, and then you have that chip to process everything,
And the microphone?
and the microphone, and
the
yet
microphone.
you keep it light. That's insane.
That's insane.
You have to find the right materials in the shell basically as well. So the earbud shell, this material, yeah. So it's one of the lightest plastics out there, and it's also very, very strong. So if I were to basically toss it from level 2, right? I mean, obviously the internals might be effed lah, or
Yeah.
messed up, but you probably wouldn't notice a single crack.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's how strong it is.
Right.
Okay, next time we try level 3.
But
No,
the fact that,
no warranty for that lah.
but the fact that it can last 8 hours is very impressive.
Yeah.
Because mine, right, I wear, right, after 2-3 hours, low battery.
Yeah, actually same.
Every
Yeah.
time like this.
I think the longest I used my earbuds was about there, like 2 hours plus.
then you cannot
Then
already.
it starts to
Yeah.
die. Like one side dies first, and then the other side dies.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Then you keep trying to connect another side. You think, this one
Yeah.
suddenly lose connection. Then you keep trying to connect and cannot connect.
But it's like, when it comes to battery, right, it's a very tricky thing because battery degradation, right, it happens over time as well.
But how fast can it degrade?
I would say that for a pair of wireless earbuds, right, you give it about 2 years before you start noticing. Or around 2 years when you start noticing that it's no longer as long lasting.
But mine not even 2 years die so fast.
Mine not even 6 months, bro.
Yeah. Which says a lot, right?
Yes, it's a lot.
Yeah.
Okay, so as would you say yourself as a business owner or
Entrepreneur.
entrepreneur? What's your title in the company?
I think I'm the slave.
You're always a slave for own
Yeah,
business.
correct,
right?
correct. Yeah.
That's true.
I mean, I introduced myself to Business Connections as co-founder CEO, right? But to be honest, in a startup, nobody cares about your title.
yeah, true.
The title is a responsibility. It just means what you're in charge of.
True.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
basically, if you're a co-founder or a founder, you slave lah.
Yeah.
Slave for
I would say, okay, for me, because I also run a startup lah. For me, I'm just self-employed. I'm not like, I mean, of course, title I give to others is that, I'm the
push
co-founder. Push myself. But to be honest, I think I'm just self-employed lah.
Correct.
You're only the boss, right? You're only the really boss, right? When you can provide jobs for people.
Correct.
And start paying.
Yes,
Correct.
exactly. Create
Yeah.
more jobs.
I mean, when I'm not even paying myself a survivable wage right now, right? How am I supposed to go outside and tell
Yes.
people, hey, look, I'm
Yeah.
CEO.
Yeah.
CEO with what?
Yeah, I can't even sustain ourselves.
Yeah, exactly.
My God.
Yeah.
The pain.
Yeah, right, yeah.
All right. So as a co-founder / founder / slave, what is the best memory you have while working on this product of yours?
Honestly, it was the moment of launch for the Kickstarter campaign because I remember I was in Hong Kong for a business trip to meet the manufacturers and everything, to iron down the quality control. We were there at the factory to look at every single step of the quality control.
Right.
How they build the earphones, how they make sure it works, the battery testing example, that's very important. Yeah. So after that, we went back to Hong Kong and I was at a bar with my friend and mentor advisor. So we were just having a few beers and I was pressing launch. So
You press launch.
I pressed launch right at the bar.
There's a launch button.
It's not a big red button. it's a button on the webpage, Kickstarter.
Okay.
Hey, Kickstarter campaigns are not easy to set up, eh?
Hey, fun fact, I accidentally launched the Kickstarter campaign 17 days earlier and I had to cancel that page. So if you go to Kickstarter, you look for Zerest Audio, you'll find two. One is cancelled. And there's a funny note on the cancelled one. Yeah. So there's a video recording of that moment actually where I was screaming. Yeah, I was screaming and I was running in circles outside the office because I'm like, no. 17 days early, I messed up my own campaign. I was literally screaming like a lunatic. Yeah. But yeah, I launched the campaign in Hong Kong and I watched the numbers rise and I'm like, this is it.
What is it? How's the response of the Kickstarter campaign?
We reached about 75% within half an hour, if I'm not wrong.
Wow.
100% within 36 days? 36 hours.
Wow.
Not even days, bro.
And we, obviously, that's the peak lah. It always peaks at the start. So for a Kickstarter campaign, like something that's fundraising, right? How you can tell if it's going to be successful or not is within the first 2 to 3 days. Correct. So you would want to hit at least 75% within the first day.
So that's a standard lah.
Correct, that's a standard. Because how Kickstarter works is that you gotta appeal to a crowd that is in like so-called invested and interested to get. So they are basically on a waiting list to pre-order. Yeah, correct. So if that crowd is not there, chances are you won't be able to convince someone else who isn't as invested as the people on the waiting list.
Okay. Then the question I have is, right, how do you get people's vested interest before you even launch?
Right, one thing about Kickstarter campaigns is that, there was even some guy who commented on our page.
Right.
He said that we were a scam because we were on Kickstarter. So there's a lot of scams out there on Kickstarter. Correct. And it's true. It really is true. So I don't want to dismiss that. But obviously, I was quite pissed off at that comment and I actually replied to the comment with my own
account
profile lah. And I said, if you think we're a scam, I'd like to invite you to my office. You can try it for yourselves.
Right.
You can learn more about my company. So what I did was that I pitched the idea of a experience center so that people can come in and test anytime they want throughout Calendly. So there's even a True Wireless earbuds company in Singapore based by the way. They don't have an office, they don't have an experience center. So I remember there's about 2 customers who came in, talked to me and told me that they were using earbuds from that company and they couldn't find anybody to be accountable for.
I think it's a very big issue.
So having a place where customers can feel safe to come to. If they're angry, they want to scold someone, they can come and scold me. If they want to test the earbuds, they can come and find me.
So provide the best experience, the best customer service.
Correct. Yeah, or at least a place.
I think that's a big takeaway. Yeah, like if you're doing a business and you need credibility, need some credibility.
Yeah.
You need to let your clients, your customers know that you're there for them.
Yeah, I mean, what I took from this was that because your business is all about experience, your earbuds, right?
Yeah.
So having an experience center just bolsters that.
Yeah.
Correct. You need to let people be able to experience it. Have faith in you that at least there's somebody accountable, and that's what we thought was important. That's how we managed to find majority of these crop of first supporters. So I mean, we had a few articles out on Straits Times, 联合早报, I was on CNA as well. I think all these media features for PR is also very important.
Yes.
Because you're essentially putting yourself out there. And I mean, one is obviously a lot of people will get to know you through these features.
Right.
And 2 is that, on the newspaper, this guy's face is there. Yeah. If I want to find somebody in the company, I just look for this guy.
This guy.
Where is Jeremy? No, I want to talk to Jeremy. This guy, I want to ask him why my earbuds got a problem.
So accountability, right?
Accountability.
You're the face of the company already.
Luckily, nobody come to my office, storm in and ask for me yet lah. So far, all very good lah.
That's how good Zerest Audio is.
Nobody come to your office, return the never split pin.
But I really love the experience though. I really love how you provide the comfort, the convenience and the safety, in your product.
It's really true because if you provide the safety, the feels that it's safe to buy this product, they'll be more than happy to support you more and more. Like for example, One experience is that a customer had an issue with the earbuds. So it's a very rare case where he opened two sets at the same time, a copper color and a blue color.
Yeah.
So he tried to pair at the same time, but the copper side paired to the midnight side. So one side copper, one side blue, and he couldn't reset it. So what we did for him is we invited him into our experience center. We took back the earbuds and we just passed him two new sets. One-to-one exchange. Let's not try to fix this for you. Let's just try to get you a new set so you can use them
Immediately.
ASAP. We set it up for you as well. He came in with a defective earbuds and he gave us a 5-star review. Yeah. So it's really safety that really matters to them. Yeah.
This is when you really passionate about what you do.
Yeah. I think also something to take away is that for startups, for new brands, new product, I think it's important to focus on your first 100 customers. Give them the best experience because they are the ones who usually would like spread the words
Yes.
to more people, word of mouth marketing.
Yes.
But it can also be a double-edged sword, ma.
Or if
Yes.
it's bad lah.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's why provide the best, do the best you can.
Yeah.
Like Jeremy, Zerest audio.
Yeah, you can't expect everyone to be very nice about it. Like I've got this guy who commented publicly that, hey, I am a Singaporean paying customer. You better deliver on time. I'm from Singapore, remember that.
Whoa.
Company.
Demand.
And then
So entitled.
he cancelled the order a week before the delivery.
Delivery. Oh.
Yeah, so I'm like, okay lah, sometimes it's not very nice. But it affects you. It does affect you.
Yeah.
What's the meanest comment you got you gotten so far?
I wouldn't say it was a mean comment. I would say it was more of an experience where a customer called me very, very early in the morning
Like what time?
when I had COVID.
Oh my god.
Okay.
And he wanted to basically exchange a pair because there was an issue with his phone. So there's an issue with some Xiaomi phones, Redmi phones, where when you connect to earbuds, either the connection is wonky or it disconnects really quickly when you pause. So this is an issue that we have never experienced before. So I was pretty shocked, and we tested with every phone we could lah, and we couldn't replicate that issue with his earbuds. But when we use our earbuds that we are using, the entire office is using Zerest audio earbuds. When we use ours with his phone, the same problem happened, and I found out through Xiaomi that they do have a lot of complaints regarding this problem. So he called me and everything. He demanded for delivery, and I was having COVID and everything. So obviously it wasn't possible.
Yeah.
And afterwards, he decided to come down instead.
Wow.
So he called me at 7 a.m.
So determined.
Yeah.
to tell me that he wasn't coming down. And then he sent me a message to say that he wasn't coming down on that day. I mean, that day was like a few days after I recovered already.
Okay.
So after that, I was like, oh, okay. And then after that, when I was on the way out somewhere else, I noticed that he had deleted the message. So I'm like, okay, maybe I should ask him again. And he's like, oh yeah, no, I am still coming. Then I'm like,
He playing with you.
I'm like, luckily I double checked. Imagine if he had took a trip down to my office and there's nobody there.
Yeah.
Yeah, what would that say? What would that say about us? Right? Yeah, so I think sometimes you just get all these miscommunications and very, very weird people.
Yeah.
But it's all part of the package.
Customer is still king.
Yeah. I mean, that's something you can't control. It's inevitable also.
Yeah.
Customers are kings, but kings do not negotiate.
Oh, damn.
Sometimes you just have to put up with very unique people.
Yeah, unique. That's a nice word to put.
It's unique.
Very unique, very unique.
And it's not easy. I understand that you also have some challenges, personal challenges. How do you overcome this and how do you manage this?
When it comes to personal challenges wise, just a very short background. So I used to deal with depression and everything before I started this. And obviously when I first started on working on this business, I was still recovering, so I wasn't in my best condition. But after a while, I realized that in order to work on your business, unfortunately, I mean, even though we have this glorious story of co-founders with depression, fronting a company, it doesn't work that way. You have to recover first. Yeah, because the moment you're depressed, you're no longer yourself. Yeah. And at the same time, we are beginning to drop this whole mental illness kind of story because after a while I realized that I wanted people to acknowledge us as people who came out of earbuds that sound great, which is happening, which made me really happy. Like I don't want to be known as oh, wow, hey, support this Zerest audio. They're run by like crazy people. Yeah, go and support them. No, I don't want that. So yeah, so personal challenges wise, I had to deal with them before I could focus on the business.
Right.
So I think I am very privileged to share that I have mostly, done and dusted with my personal challenges.
That's
Nice.
good, that's
Yeah,
good.
like how I managed to do it was I learned how to manage these feelings. If I'm stressed, take a step back, have a coffee. Yeah, stress will always come. You're stressed about one thing tomorrow. Once it's settled, don't think it's over. A new challenge is coming tomorrow. Yeah,
That's the reality.
But you
right?
found a way to deal with it lah.
you have to find a way to deal with it. Correct. Yeah, and for me, work-life balance is also very important. Startup founders, we barely have work-life balance, right?
True.
But when you start to, realize that you're hanging out a lot lesser with your friends,
Yeah.
you feel more stressed. And when you're more stressed, you can't put your mind to work. And when you're in a relationship, you have to put some like time aside as well, for your partner and everything.
Yes.
So
Some
all
people
these
can
things
relate.
have to, you have to take care of yourself first before you take care of the company. Yeah.
Which is okay. This is actually a pretty good topic to touch on. Just a little bit, right? Because we're living in a generation or in an era, right, where there's a lot of stress and there's a lot of things to juggle, but we have very limited time. And I mean, based on some news reports, right?
Yes.
The number or the cases of mental illnesses here in Singapore, right? It's one of the highest.
In Singapore.
Yeah, it's in Singapore. Like right now, Singapore has one of the highest.
Wow.
And a lot of it is with the younger generation. We're talking about Gen Z, or maybe the Zillennials, and a lot of them face this challenge on how to, get out of this feeling, get out of the rut, and then focus on their lives, on their work, right? So I think what Jeremy says, especially since you've already went through this battle and won, it's more about, if I would say, right, it's working on yourself.
Correct.
So winning the battle with yourself first, and then tackling other things.
Yes.
You're always your biggest level lah. You have to fight yourself.
Correct.
You have to win.
Unfortunately, I do agree. I mean, the younger generation, we really don't have it easy. They don't have it easy. The ones that are younger than us, the so-called TikTok generation, they don't have it easy either. Yeah, I mean, when you have all these devices around you that can feed you all the information you want, and you basically find that the younger generation, they learn faster and faster. Sometimes there's a point of view that, wow, these young people, they're getting snarky, they're getting really too smart. But it is true, they are getting smart. Yeah, but at the same time,
Overloaded.
we as humans, we are designed to take a lot of information, but we aren't designed to get so much at such a young age. Correct? So, and there's all the pressure of you gotta do well, you gotta do this, you gotta do that. In Singapore, it's so fast paced. Your only purpose, if you have resigned to it, your fate, is that you're supposed to study hard, you're supposed to work hard, just to survive, just for the money, because we're an expensive country to live in. And then if you can provide for your kids, that's your purpose. Our purpose is to contribute to our GDP, to our population, and that's it.
That's the
So-
truth.
We have to learn to live for ourselves.
It is true. You have to learn to live for yourself. It's true. Yeah. So unfortunately, right, another ugly truth, especially as somebody who had survived mental health issues before and got over it, is that the environment could be really bad. It might not be your fault. Yeah. Even if it's 100% not your fault, your decision, your next step, that's on you. Yeah.
That's the
if-
ugly truth, lah.
Correct. So if you find that, let's say everything around you has been really unfair, you're struggling a lot, what do you do next, right? Do you allow yourself to cave in and just, go like screw this? Or do you work on yourself? Like, for example, not really say work on yourself, but take a step back. Even taking a step back for a cup of coffee just to get away for a little while before coming back in the blender, go back out, then go back in the blender, that's considered taking accountability as well. Taking care of yourself is taking accountability. Correct.
If you think you need it, just do it.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. If that's what you need to get the job done, go get a coffee. Go take a break. Take one day off.
But really kudos to you lah for having to overcome this. Really.
I feel very inspired.
Yeah, I feel very
Thank you, man. Thank you. Very much.
especially from someone who really went through so much in the past.
Definitely, and I think all the more in the past, I would tell myself that, yeah, it's an ugly world. But right now, I think at least I could find it in myself to say, right, look, the world is ugly, but the least I can do is within 5 meters radius around me, right, let's make it colorful.
Wow, that's a nice quote,
At least the
bro.
people around me, yeah.
Shit.
For the people around me.
Can we say that again?
Yeah, can you say that again?
Really?
yeah, like enlighten our world.
What was the phrase again? What did you say?
Like I said, the world may be ugly, right? And it is true, the world is ugly. But at least within 5 meters around you, the radius around you, make it colorful.
Make it colorful.
For yourself. Yeah. If the world is ugly for other people, whatever, let them suffer. But don't suffer because others are suffering. Yes.
Oh, that's deep.
Yes, find something, find something for yourself.
Nice.
Yeah,
So, moral of the story, work on yourself.
correct.
Yes,
Work
work
on
on yourself.
Yeah.
You are accountable for yourself.
Work for yourself.
Work
Work
for
for
yourself.
yourself.
Correct.
Focus on you. You matter.
You matter.
You matter a lot.
You matter.
You don't owe anyone a living.
Yeah.
Correct. No one owes you a living and you don't owe anyone a living.
Yes.
Correct.
Cool.
Ooh, wow, Jeremy. Oh my god, that was deep, man. I love that kind of combo.
You know, with all that Jeremy has shared, I'm also quite curious to know, for yourself to start this company, for you to pursue this path you've chosen, have you had any help from someone who is more senior than you? Do you have probably a mentor who taught you the ropes for you to get there?
I couldn't have done it myself. Yes, so I relied on a lot of connections, which I'm blessed to have. Like for example, shout out to my mentor, his name is Basil. He's provided me a space to work in, the experience center for example. And he's provided me a lot of advice, as somebody young, definitely no matter how capable I look, there's bound to be a lot of moments where I almost make mistakes, right? So he's always there to just tinkle me back into the path, hey, don't be rash, don't do this, don't do that, maybe you can look at it another way, and here's another possibility. Introduce me to a lot of people, for example, and he shared a lot of his experience with me to ensure that the mistakes that he may have made or the experiences that he may have faced, he doesn't want that to happen to me. So I am very blessed to have a mentor like that. So
Shout out to
it's not
Basil.
the right business decisions that help you. It's the right mature decisions that help you. Correct.
So having a mentor really helped you to skip, not really skip but
To minimize
to
your
minimize the
mistakes.
damage.
Yeah, damage. Yes,
So it's like a passing down of
You will be
experience and
damaged.
knowledge.
you will be damaged.
Yeah.
Yeah, but do you want it to be a fracture on the bone, or do you want it to be a plaster?
Or amputation.
Amputation.
That's the difference of having a mentor or not having a mentor, right?
That's really huge. Find somebody who has been there before to ensure that he or she can get you to where they are while minimizing all the steps, the cliffs they have to jump off and all that. Yeah.
For some of the youths out there, they are probably thinking of the same thing, right? Like, I want to start something on my own. I want to do something for myself. I am probably going through a lot of stuff as well at this current moment. How can I do what Jeremy does? What would you say to them?
Okay, I think it's very situational. There's no right or wrong answer. Like for example, I just chose to leave all the jobs that pay me comfortable money just to start on this, and right now I'm not paying myself a lot. So, and at the same time, I didn't really go out there in the corporate 9-to-5 world before starting this. So some of the things that I've considered or factored right now in my head is that, would it be better if I had taken a full 9-to-5 job outside for a while first? So it's like I said, there's no right or wrong answer, but most importantly, find a mentor. I think that's something that it's a no-brainer, non-negotiation. You have to find a mentor, especially when you're young. Because no matter how smart you think you are, it applies to me by the way, no matter how smart I think I am, right, there is somebody out there who's smarter than you.
Definitely, man.
Correct. Yeah, and you do not want to be given a moment of a very blunt wake-up call. Yeah, which I had multiple times, by the way.
But it's good because it'll humble you, right?
Yes,
Correct.
yes.
It really will humble you. Yeah, correct.
Have to humble yourself down.
Correct.
You think it's smart, right?
Think it's smart.
But if you have a passion in something that you think you can turn into a business idea, right? Go ahead, try it out first. When you are young, you have nothing to lose. When you're in your mid-20s, when you're dating someone and you are thinking about BTO, right? That's when you have everything to lose. Yeah.
That's when people start to take the safer route lah, to go
Correct.
and work.
Yeah, but it's still better for you to start younger lah. I mean, imagine you're 40
definitely.
and you're trying to start.
That's
Like, do you want to lose your flat where your wife and children are living in? I don't think so. Yeah. But when you're young, you really have nothing to lose. Oh, you have time to lose. Correct. So don't waste time. If you want to do something, just do it. Yeah.
I love it.
Think about it for a while, get some opinions, and then go ahead and do it. Yeah. You think it's risky? Go and do it anyway. Because by screwing up, by making a mistake,
You learn.
correct. You don't learn by making the right moves, you learn by making the wrong moves.
Nice.
Nice.
So you don't want to waste your time.
Just do it. Just do it.
Correct.
Just go
do
back.
it.
And study hard. I failed accounting in poly and I'm suffering right now because I'm doing accounting. Study hard. Yeah, better study hard. No computer game.
Yeah.
Don't pawn school Don't pawn school.
I noticed a lot of stuff we learn in school is applied in our work.
Yes.
I mean, even for UOKORNOT, right, we have to do scripting and all that kind of stuff.
Right.
So, English is very important, composition.
But definitely not science lah.
I mean, when you talk about math, math, calculus.
There's a bit of
all
math.
that, right?
Yeah, there's a
Do
bit
you
of
really
math.
think that they're teaching you math to apply formulas? No. They're teaching you how to problem solve.
It's true.
Formula, the quadratic formula.
Don't ask me. Don't ask me. I cannot. Yeah.
Okay. So we've come to the end of our show. Thank you so much for coming down, Jeremy. Thank you so much for everybody listening to our show today.
Thank you, Jeremy.
Yes, very, very insightful, very deep
Great
discussions.
to have you here also.
No, thank you for having me here. It's really an honor to be able to share some of my experiences.
I really learned a lot from Jeremy, the things he said.
Yeah.
Wow.
You know what? Hopefully one day, right, our setup can really look like a kopi tiam. Then we have some kopi sponsored. Because it's really like a...
That'll be more casual but really fruitful convo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but the coffee set wouldn't be $6.30, right?
Oh my god, so expensive, man. So expensive.
Do you want to do a shout out and let the viewers know where they can find Zerest Audio?
Sure. We're on TikTok, Facebook, Instagram. You can just look for Zerest Audio, or Zerest Audio SG. We're on Shopee. We're gonna have our website up very soon, within the next 2 days. So by the time you're hearing this, you can head to zerestaudio.com.
Alright.
Yes.
Zerest.
Yes, zerestaudio.com. And if you want to visit our experience center, just go to the website, zerestaudio.com. Scroll down, there's a Calendly to book an appointment with us. So book an appointment with us and we will dedicate that time to you.
You can go down and have coffee with
Just go
Jeremy.
and book. Jeremy will entertain you. He will tell you everything.
Really? Yeah.
Go and test the audio. Test the earbuds out. Really, it's damn good. I wasn't exaggerating just now. Yeah, it was damn good.
We will probably go to the experience center after this, maybe.
Maybe.
Hey, why not, right? I'd love to have you two over.
Alright.
Just get coffee there,
Yeah.
tea, maybe.
Sure.
Let's get food. Yeah.
And
get
we'll
food.
post this up on TikTok.
Yeah.
Yeah, alright. Once again, we'd like to thank Scape for
Thank you,
supporting
Scape.
our show and making this happen. And I'll see you guys in the next episode.
Alright.
Alright.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.